Oh my god, no, Amanda! My baby. Man, this game's giving me a whole lot of freaking choices. I don't... Amanda. Get out! Okay, okay. God, her eyes look so terrifying. I quickly leave her room and shut the door behind me. Once the door closes, I can hear her crying again. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words. Please don't do that. Look at her face. I'm not trying to make you cry, honey, I swear. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Ta-da! Dad. It took... Oh my god! So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, I knew it! I knew it! She has a crush on Noah, and that boy... I swear, people are going to come in and out of your life. It's just how it works. Not every friendship's going to last forever, so cherish your friends while you have them. And when it's over, don't dwell too much on the bad stuff. You had some good times with MR, but you guys grew apart. Learn from it. Keep moving forward. There are so many new friends to make, and they're going to be so much cooler than MR and the rest. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem.
Huh.
I'll keep that in mind. So, dad book time. Looks like I got a message from Damien and Hugo. Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown and we're wondering if you would care to accompany us. I love art. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. He used his last 2 pieces of paper on me! Oh my god! Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? But I don't even have a hacker alias. The vets are gonna bust down my door any minute now! I've gotta destroy this computer! Help! Sigh, this is a group chat. I knew that. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? Why did it go off? You can run Derek's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive, but once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. Look at you. Hugo's not happy. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Sai, do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. See that art. Yeah. Yes. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk downtown Maple Bay. I've never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. I think I'm here a bit early. I don't see Damien or Hugo around anywhere, and I feel just a little uncomfortable standing among all these fancy art people. I mean, I'm in a t-shirt and jeans, so... Sigh? I turn around. Here's Joseph! Yay. Joseph, what are you doing here? Joseph scoffs at me. Oh, well, gee whiz. What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciator? Appreciatist? Awkward.
Oh.
You look totally sincere. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Why did Damien invite you? I guess he's a nice person. And Hugo's coming. I guess this isn't really like a date or anything between Damien and me, but, you know. Kinda wish he just took me, but that's fine. I'm a jealous person. Yep, admittedly a little out of my depth here. Thank God. I thought it was the only odd one out. My daughter is an artist. She takes photography and stuff, so I know a little bit about stuff. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? You know, thank God. You know, because you're... Yeah. Yep, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. Okay.
Oh.
The points get you into heaven. That's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have arrived at the art gallery. Yay! Good eve, good eve, good eve. Yes, good eve to you too, Damien. It's nice to see you again. Evening, friends. Who's ready for some art? Hugo's ready for some art. Look at his swanky dress. I know he dresses like that all the time, but still. Art is dead. Nothing is real.
Oh.
You'll fit right in. I'm glad he had a sense of humor.
Hey.
All you have to know is that if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally, always a table that has free wine and cheese. I like cheese. I like art now. I've always liked art, but I like cheese.
Oh.
I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go help myself to some tiny wines. I guess the husband and the wife both have a wine problem. Maybe. Huh? Joseph? You got a wine problem? Like your wife? Talk art with Hugo and Damien. Yeah, I'm not gonna go get wine and cheese with Joseph. That. So, what's this first place? This particular artist specializes in landscape paintings of various locales within the American Northeast. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys? Serious question. Damien and Hugo lean in, examining the paintings in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct. I'm glad we're all thinking about butts here. Valid assessment, Si. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy.
Oh.
Oh, it gets more complicated.
Ah.
Sometimes the butts are more symbolic, sometimes the butts are metaphors, sometimes art is about the butts they don't draw. Interesting. Joseph returns to our group with tiny cheese and wine. What'd I miss? Butts. You missed butts, Joseph. Shame. The cheese is nice, though. Shall we visit the next place? I like this. This is fun. We leave the first gallery and walk a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery is a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of, I'm not even sure, hang on the walls. Oh, geez. What am I looking at here?
Oh.
This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. I want to say it's a butt, but I don't want to, like, be joking all the time. I know that they're here for actual, like, art stuff. I'm say it reminds me of my childhood, even though I don't know my childhood in this game. The gestures, the color, they remind me of my childhood, of my parents. Intriguing that you discover something so personal in an image so non-specific, Sai. May I ask to say a little more? Certainly. These vivid forms communicate a solemn solemnity that is betrayed by a raw expressiveness of the brushwork, which, in a way, speaks to the essential nature of human experience. Scars left by the passage of time and turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-colored echoes of pre-Oedipal consciousness. Slow down there, Sai. Do us a favor and keep it simple. It's a butt. It's a butt. Everyone else stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I can't help feeling your initial judgment may be closer to the artist's intentions. Thank you, Damien! Maybe you're underestimating how much the artist liked butts. Joseph, come on, don't joke with Damien like that, but there's always that possibility. You are a servant of the Lord, Joseph. You have a wife. Me and Damien can think about butts all we want. Well, of course, you know, your wife has a butt, so I guess if, you know, you explore that, then you explore that. We're all God's creatures. Even butts.
Oh.
Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. There we go. Wow, how'd you figure that out? That's what it says on the placard. I didn't know there were cards. Oh, of course. Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some of the more artist works. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by, what's the realism? Realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. Psh, I could do that. Excuse me?
What?
Hugo, not here. Yes, Hugo. Here, Damien. You can't let people scoff at art like this. This is unacceptable.
Oh.
No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth of the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one. Art is the truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is bad, so your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Whoa, nice, Damien. Hold him back.
Oh no.
Friend, he's not worth it.
I don't know.
Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket. Hugo seems distressed. He seems a little bit embarrassed about what he did, but, I mean, I might have done the same thing. I'm sorry, I love art very much. We know, buddy. It's okay. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Is it cheese? I like cheese. No.
Oh.
It's wine and cheese. Do not get close to Damien like that. That's my Damien. Mine. Co-signed, though. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actually wine and cheese, because, you know, they could always put fake over there. We got one last stop on the tour. You all feeling up for it? Is it going to be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. Let's do it. I love hanging out with the boys. Look at them. They're so cute. Jamie and Hugo, Joseph, and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate widely on the ground, screaming both at each other and us. What? So, quick question.
Oh.
Shoot. What is happening? What's happening? I second this question. Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Antagony. Yes. Yes. The fear of existence. They are screaming a lot. But the humanity of being human seems pretty cool too. I'm gonna say fear of existence. What do you think they're trying to say? I believe it's less about what they're saying and more about why they're saying it. I think there's something special about performance art with almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography. The artists use their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises right now, it's art as long as I really mean it. Damien fixes him with a hard stare. I was gonna start making fart noises based on the look on your face, but that joke isn't gonna play well with the crowd. Wise. We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Yeah, I think I'm all arted out. What do you say? Agreed. We all decide to walk home together because we live in the cul-de-sac and we live next to each other and it's fun to have friends. Dad friends. We make our way back to the cul-de-sac, tiny wine and tiny cheese sloshing around in our stomach. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny wine and tiny cheese together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese. Followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lulled me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheeses. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too. I feel like it's more appropriate imagery. Plus it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler possibility. Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint? I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time. I wonder if he did the oil paintings of the people and the dog in his house, too. I know he says he does landscapes, but wouldn't that be cool if he actually painted the stuff in his living room? Or they were passed down, through generations.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions, like, for example, lunchadors. I think I'd paint boats. Seascapes. Maybe some lighthouses. Mostly boats, though. Really? Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favor of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. What? Boats are cool. Plus he has that anchor tattoo, right? What about you, Sai? I'm not very good at landscapes. I like food artistry. But and I'm gonna say this, nudes are hard. Look, I've never actually been to an art class and have been able to draw a nude artist before. I'm not super great at realistic people. I have only drawn one really good portrait, and it was not nude. It was just a head, the actual face. But you know what? I think I'd like to do tasteful nudes of artists. Art is money-making business. I know it sells. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Nobody's gonna comment on it. Damien is super surprised. Joseph looks like a creep, and Hugo's just very understanding. All right, boys. Good art. Good art. Agreed. Now Damien's happy. See you guys around? Whether you want to or not, we're all neighbors. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. Like a hangover, but a cheese over.
Welcome. You've got Dad.
Don't you love it? Alright, looks like we're back at Dad Book, so that was probably an episode. Probably just because I know that the next thing that I gotta do is I actually gotta go on my last date with Damien. Which means that we're probably coming to the end of the game. So, thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to finish this journey with you guys. I know I don't have a whole lot of viewers, but maybe one day it'll be fine. So, thanks for everything, and hope you had fun. Bye.